Well, we're here at the Dolphins Media Day again. I'm so excited because this is 2017, but it's been several years. This is one of my favorite coaches of all time. I've talked to a lot of them today, but this is my favorite coach, and I quote Coach Ice Harris of Booker T. Washington, because this is one of the first programs we were allowed in to bring in our mentoring program, and Ben Hanks being a part of Keeping Dreams Alive, and Pat Lowe. It's like old home week, and you, Coach, have had your sons come through the programs. You've had your sons coaching at the program. They're at the collegiate program now. One of the favorite lines that I use from you all the time is transcripts will beat out athletic ability all the time. Tell me how you've been and how you're doing and how the program's going.
Been blessed, been really blessed, been thankful for God giving me the opportunity to still work with young people. Really focusing on the development of young people has been the key thing for myself and my staff, to make sure that we consistently understand that they can do anything that they want to do, as long as they be able to stay positive and stay focused, on the right pitch and doing it the right way. And one thing that we clearly big on is our academic approach. And I think that's the key point for student athletes at this area, to understand that talent is not enough. And we focus on the academic piece, and once we understand how important it is that way, now we switch our focus to understanding that things that we can do that don't take talent, that take us to another level. And we can be able to do things that don't take talent, like being on time, having great effort, great body language, doing a little extra for yourself, all of those things there. Then you add talent to the piece of that, then your dreams can come true.
Well, you've been at the high school level. You guys put us on the map. We won a national championship the year we were just starting broadcasting. Gone to the collegiate level. Now back at the high school level, so you have a ton of wisdom to give these young men. And those things that you just listed off, I don't think there's another coach in here that's mentioned those things, and they're such an integral part in the development of the character of the student athlete. Just talk about how you work on that with them.
It's a great picture. I think that's one of the biggest pictures that we try to focus on, being able opportunity to be in college. Thanking Randy Shannon and Coach Al Golden for giving me those opportunities to be able to understand, what they're looking for in a college setting from a young man. And learning those things and understanding how important it is, that because everybody got talent and it all reached a certain point. But when I can do things to be able to stay in school, and those are things that keep me in school, the things that don't take talent. Because sometimes I can have talent, it can get me there, but it won't keep me there because I don't understand the things that don't take it. That's the thing that you got to work on the hardest. And that's my attitude, that's my discipline. That's my effort. That's being on time, understanding all the little detailed things that we take for granted, that the parents are bringing into young people growing up. Your mom and your dad, they teaching you all these great qualities and standards to live by, and we take it for granted. And now we got to put them back into place where they can be able to understand when they get where they're going, they can stay there by doing all the things that don't take talent.
So when you got to that level, when you spoke about Golden, when you were able to get some things to bring them back home to make sure these kids really understand what it takes to play at the collegiate level, and not only just the Division I level, that's a very small percentage. You all are fortunate because you do have more D1 talent than the rest of the country, but there's 90% of these student athletes are not going to play ever at that level. The things that you learned from that program, being on the inside, you're instilling that into those kids?
Definitely. That's the key point. That's why you have an opportunity to go somewhere and bring things back. It's like when I go, if you make it, that's what we're teaching our kids about, the ability to lead. Everybody has the ability to lead. Me as a leader, I have to make sure I accomplish the mission with my overall staff and with my team, where we can know what we have to accomplish, what we got to get done. Being great teammates as well, because all of us not leaders. Some guys are great teammates, so we want to make sure we understand that part of it, to establish the understanding of believing in work and believing in team. And once we got those things, those are things that I brought back from my pilgrimage, at Miami with Coach Golden, is for me as a leader, being organized and understand how important it is to live up to what you say and what you're trying to teach and get done. And those are things that we consistently trying to make sure happen with our student athlete at Booker T. Washington Senior High School.
It sounds like personality development.
Most definitely.
Exactly what they need, the personality, the development to be able to, we call it a 40-year plan at KDA. And by the way, Keeping Dreams Alive Foundation is how we hooked up originally with Ben Hanks, who's one of the founders of KDA, and Pat Lowe, and we were fortunate enough to get down and work with your program, and looking forward to working with your program again, because the key is that we don't call it a 4-year, we call it a 40-year plan. And a lot of that has to do not with the athletics, but using the athletics to accomplish a goal. And the goal is beyond that, and things that you're talking about are so important because they're personality development.
Exactly.
What am I going to do? How am I going to handle a situation? Because look, the young men that you are mentoring and coaching are in a tough area, and I know that our foundation partnered with the school, the broadcast part of your school, and we know that a lot of the kids will come to school because it's a safe place, and you all made it a safe place for them. We've been down there enough to see that, and I just highly commend you for the work that you do, and the love of the Lord, the installation of the things that you do, and I'm just proud to say that I'll be able to get around you, and I'm looking forward to coming back down and doing some more things. You got a tough schedule this year?
Oh, that's every year. That's what we set for, to make sure that our kids understand how to prepare every week for where we're trying to send them. Everything is progression. It's process, so we're going to go through all the process that we have to go through with them at this point, because we do have their attention to be able to play the game of football, but to add all the other social skills that comes with that opportunity to mentor their mind and get themselves together. But we do appreciate you guys having a great relationship with you, because what the program that you guys are bringing to Keep Dream Alive and KDA to be able to come into our program. If we go back to our past setting when we was tight and we started it off together, our kids got better every time from that standpoint. Then we look at not just the finishing of everything. When our kids do go to college, they stay because they have the mindset. They understand all the little social things that have to happen besides what's happening on the field. And that's the key thing of making sure that we keep our relationship and continue to keep growing.
Well, your expectations are high, and that's a good thing. You're sending out good men that are going to be doing good things for the community. They'll come back and they learn to give back. They learn the importance of doing that. It's a pleasure for me to be able to do this interview with you. I look forward to seeing you real soon to get those programs right back up, Coach.
Thank you, and I appreciate you, and we do appreciate what you do for young people and for all the kids in the program and all over Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach County.
Well, thank you,
appreciate
Coach.
you.